Mr. Dave. How are we?
We are very well, thank you.
Well, you were Mr. Gizzy yesterday.
I was. Yes, James and I went and watched the Bournemouth. Oh, and wait, you started the conversation. We were not.
I only asked if you were with him. I didn't speak about what you were doing.
Yes, we were there. We were at the same place, same venue for the same interests that we have.
Yeah. See, I thought you had gone down there just to go for a paddle.
Oh, nice one. Well, it was a lovely day for it, actually. It was really good. It was a lovely day for it. But no, we didn't. We just sat near to each other, but not near enough. And then we went home. So, yeah, he did well. He drove to Cardiff to start with to drop off Angela. And then he drove from Angela's in Cardiff, where he dropped her off, to go down to Bournemouth. So it was quite and then he was driving from Bournemouth straight back up to Leicester. So it was quite a long day for him, you know. But anyway, yes, that's what we did yesterday. And how are you, Mr. Alistair?
I'm fine, thank you, David.
And is it sunny today?
No, it was, but it just started raining just at 9 o'clock there.
Right.
It was beautiful this morning.
Good.
18 degrees up here.
Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah. Could you find your your parasol and
And I've been away collecting wood for my log burner.
Oh, our nephew has just, my brother-in-law bought my nephew a log burner for up where he is. He's not up near Wick.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. So
the problem up there is getting logs because there's not many trees up there.
Oh, flipping it. No wonder he got it cheap. Flipping great.
Actually, they cut 3 trees down in the garden next to me yesterday over the weekend.
Yeah,
could have come down here and picked them up.
There you are. You see, well, he's coming down this weekend actually to see his dad in Bristol. So I'll send him on down, Dave.
Don't worry, they'll be gone.
Oh, okay, all right, lovely. Oh, right now. Shit with the ships, what's his name? Zach was in the parade the other week.
Yeah.
I forget how many weeks ago is that. Is that 2 weeks or is that 3 weeks? 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, isn't it? Is it 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I can't remember. But he sent something through about Union Castle. I saw. Did anyone read up on that?
No.
On one of the ships, I think it was the Edinburgh Castle, which was, I don't know if actually, morning, Bobo.
Morning,
Bobo.
Morning.
Dave, who sent that? Who put that on?
It was Zach, but he might have just sent it through on an email.
I was going to say, I don't recall seeing anything.
I'll send.
It must be an email, Dave.
Was it on the email?
Yeah.
Because you normally put anything from Zach up, John, don't you?
Mm.
Yeah.
Did you see it then, Johnny?
I didn't actually, but sometimes
it's in his filing tray.
No, Fruity, don't forget this is about silly o'clock in the morning for you, isn't it, Johnny?
It's 1 o'clock in the morning. That's right.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Johnny, have you got any Oscar towels left?
No, but I'm going to put on Dave's tribute to Taffy this week at the end.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Because we haven't been doing any productions because Oscar's been rather busy at the cathedral, and of course he's been away this week.
Yeah.
So
okay.
All I've got is reruns, so I won't bother to send anything over this week.
No, we're good.
Brilliant. Oh, that's all right. Now, Bobo, come on then, give us your location today.
Okay. Location. See if I can show you something. Let's see how good you guys are.
But where are you, Bobo? You're in Cardiff?
In London. In London. Sorry.
Answer the bloody question.
In London. Yeah, okay. I got my first bollock in.
First bollocking.
You're at the Thames Barrier, I would say.
That's right. You, Fruity, you're spot
That's
on the
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit down. Just hang on a second, because I've got my laptop hotspotted with my phone. So
That's good.
yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, that's brilliant.
It is brilliant.
Bobo, we saw the Welsh barrier, didn't we?
We saw the Welsh barrier. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. They have the same system,
Same system. Yeah.
for the Cardiff Bay, so that the Cardiff Bay remains full of water all the time, as opposed to when the tide goes out. As you're well aware, that obviously the well, we better call it the Welsh Channel.
I know I got a bollocking about that. Yeah.
But with the tidal there, that it would just drain flat mud at the end of each, or on low tide. So they've actually built a barrier, and they've used a Thames barrier system to operate it, so it doesn't flood, but on the other hand, it will drain away.
Yeah, it's just low tide here. It's pretty muddy, the Thames here at the moment. Yeah, but it's about half an hour walk from the flat to here, so it's a good walk. It's a nice easy walk. Yeah, so I've been out early this morning.
Well done. Well, it's lovely, isn't it? It encourages you to go out.
Absolutely beautiful here. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Brilliant.
And how is everyone? All right?
Yeah.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, we're good, Bubba. Yep. Yeah.
Good.
Shall we all talk with an Aussie accent?
Well, I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yeah, I know you are, Bobo. Very.
Has anyone been following the tales of Blackpool Bob?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love all that. Yeah.
So
fantastic.
Good. Which tales though? Sorry. No, okay. The canal boat tales.
Yeah. Him and Graham.
Oh, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? I'd love to do that with someone opening the lock gates, and so otherwise it's not for me, that sort of holiday. I'm okay if I'm just sit there with a cold beer and let someone run up and open those lock gates.
Yeah.
Hopefully that they will come in from somewhere on the Thames.
So where's his boat station? Where does he actually?
Reading.
Sorry.
Reading.
Oh, Reading. Okay. Yeah. Because the Thames is so long. It's such a long river.
Oh yes, it rises in Gloucestershire.
Yeah. It's a long way.
Yeah.
But Oxford's lovely. I love Oxford. Oh, what a nice place. I went there last time I was here, and I just went on the train, but oh, what a great spot. Yeah.
Perhaps a crew bar should go on tour on a canal boat.
Oh my God.
Do you think we'd survive?
Has anyone got a Jack Russell?
Well, we got Rocky. Yeah. We can bring Rocky. We'll borrow him.
What's he?
Oh, thank goodness for that, Watsy.
Good morning, Steve.
How we doing?
Excellent.
I'm not sure how good this is going to be because I'm not at home, and
it's wonderful.
This Wi-Fi is not fantastic. Is it coming through all right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm running it off my phone. So
well done.
Whereabouts are you, Steve?
I'm up in Queensland, up in the Sunshine Coast, place called Maroochydore.
Oh, that's nice.
All right. Yeah, way up, sort of about an hour 15 past north of Brisbane. So yeah,
you're up there for 4 weeks, aren't you, Steve?
Yeah. Well, we're here for a week. We've been here for a week. We leave here tomorrow, and then we go down to the Gold Coast tomorrow.
Oh no. For
the rest of the time, yeah. We've got some family. One of the kids are coming up. My daughter's coming up, bringing the grandchildren up for one of the weeks. And Kay's sister and her mum are going to come up for another few days, and bit of a relax for everyone.
How's the weather, Steve? Is it nice up there?
No, well, it's not too bad up here, Bobo. Queensland hasn't hit. hasn't had this bad system, but Sydney is absolutely getting slaughtered again.
Yeah.
Absolutely slaughtered.
Hey, Bubba, we should get Steve to go and knock on Simon's door and say, "Why aren't you coming in the crew
Oh,
bar?"
yeah. That's right. Simon Lockyer. Yeah. He only came in once, didn't he?
One time, yeah.
That was a major feat for him to come in. Yeah.
Well, he made some excuse about he goes to bed at 6 o'clock at night or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah, he does. He gets up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Night, I mean. He only has the hour in bed. Luxury.
Anyway.
So, Steve, so you're in your camp up your taffy mobile type, are you?
Yeah, sort of. Or it's more commonly known as a resort.
Sorry, you're actually. Oh, sorry, you're not. You're actually in the. Sorry, you're staying in a place there.
We don't do camping and taffy mobiles, that sort of stuff. That's not me. Sorry.
That's all right. That's
Your hotels and resorts.
The only camp I stay at's got 5 stars hanging on the sign outside.
Oh, that sounds good. That's all right.
Yeah. No, this is a resort. This is a place called. It's a Novotel. You've got Novotel in England, haven't you?
Yeah.
This is a Novotel. This is a Novotel resort called Twin Waters. So
I
it's
saw. Saw the pictures, Stephen. Did you see the pictures, Dave?
Mm.
No, obviously not.
Mm.
nice looking place.
I did. I still thought in that lovely resort you were parked up in a corner next to Taffy.
Nah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we move to the Gold Coast on in an apartment right on the beach of the Gold Coast. So yeah,
Wow.
should be hopefully see some whales, Bobo. Be that time, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Where I've lost track. Where are we? What months are we on now?
October.
We're in October.
Oh yeah. They're just they're on their way back in their thousands. Yeah. You should see them. Yeah.
Hopefully, off of our nice
as
balcony, we should do. I'll have to do a live report for the whale watching. I didn't see many on yours.
There
John.
you go.
I saw lots of nice water.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been their thousands coming back now, so they're right up till November. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they do boat trips out from there, Stephen?
They do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, absolutely. All up and down. But not that we've been on one here, but yeah, like I say, we're right on the beach down at the Gold Coast. So hopefully from the balcony, we'll be able to spot them going down, passing by.
Because they come close to the shore sometimes. Yeah.
We have seen them there, Bobo, down at Tugan where we stay towards towards Twin Towns. We have seen them pretty close by. Yeah. Yeah.
There's somewhere that they've been washed up on beaching, haven't they? That have died on the beach.
They have, Dave. I've seen something there, but I don't know where that was.
Yeah, I can't remember where it was now.
I think
it was about 100.
I think it might have been Tasmania.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be. I can't remember now.
Or New Zealand, I think. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it could have been Tasmania, most recent one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when they
Alistair, sorry, Alistair, have you actually done road trips up and down the coast there? Have you taken local leaves out in Australia?
Oh yeah, I've driven from Perth to Sydney,
that's a long one.
and I've driven from Melbourne to Darwin. I've done all
good
that.
drive. That's a good drive, Al.
Yeah. Well, I've done all that. Yeah.
I suppose the roads weren't sealed then, were they? When you did the
well, some of them were.
Yeah.
I did the Nullarbor in 1986, and there were 3 of us off the IP, and it was America's Cup, and Tim Lenihan and I did the driving with Sherry Lynch as the backseat passenger, and we drove across the Nullarbor. It took us 11 hours to go from Norseman to, I can't remember the place, but we did it in a day because there's nothing to see.
That's massive. That's a massive drive. That's 1,200 kilometers.
Yeah. And we were in a big fair lane. Remember that?
The old fair lane. Yeah. We remember that. So you, Steve, the fair lane. Yeah.
We're gonna do that trip next year, Al, on the from Sydney to Perth, drive across and then do down the south coast of Western Australia. Next year in March we hope to, but I'm not going to do it in 11 hours. I'm sort of thinking more along maybe 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
I did it on the train from Sydney to
on
Perth.
the train on the
Yeah.
I'd like to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Very expensive now.
Yeah, James Cusick did was it the Gang?
The Gang.
The one that across the way. And he ended up as the cruise director, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's all right. There's a bit of bingo money was used.
Yeah, but when I did it, there was a party of school teachers on from Sydney to Broken Hill, and I was in the well, they called it first class, I think, but you had your own cabin, bunk. Basically, it was a seat that converted into a bunk, and it had a wash basin. And I think it had a toilet, but the showers were, they weren't in the cabins. And of these teachers, the first night out, they got on the piano in the lounge car. It was really good. It was like being on Wicker's World or something,
Yeah.
Wicker's World. Yeah. In 1978, when I finished the Oriana in the April of 78. I had this passenger that used to come on every year, on the Oriana, nice guy, Aussie guy, and he was a truck driver. And he said to me, Bobo, he said, if you're ever in Adelaide, he came from Adelaide, and he said, I'll give you a lift all the way up to Darwin in a road train. So I was in Adelaide and I took him up on it. It took us 3 days to get up there in this road train. Oh my God, I'll tell you what. And the air conditioning wasn't working very well in the cab, and he had a dog with him, and I did 3 days, but the road was not sealed then. And then the bull
would have been dusty as hell.
Well, what happened was he's a really nice guy, and about halfway in the trip, we came across this guy that had broken down in the middle of nowhere with his girlfriend. So you know what he did? He chained, or whatever he did, to the back of the last wagon, and he said to the guy, he said, you need to seal up everything. There's no holes, nothing like that. Anyway, we probably towed him about, I don't know how many kilometers, maybe 600-700 kilometers. And when we got to Darwin, and we opened the door of his car, it was this thick with that powder, the red bull dust. But
red dust everywhere.
Yeah, and then he said to me, "Do you want to live to Queensland? I've got, some mates that are going across to Queensland." I said, "No, thanks. My ass was so sore."
I beg your pardon, Bobo.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it. Sorry.
I've heard stories about truckers.
Sorry, I didn't mean it.
This was heard here on the Aussie Kiwi Crew Bar.
They've got
Bravo. It's good to see that you've come out.
They've got huge rigs, haven't they, Bobo?
Shut up, I always put my foot in it, don't I?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was your foot, Bobo.
Shut up, you guys. I better turn this down. I've got somebody sitting.
How many trucks was that, Bob? How many rigs did he have hooked up?
He had 3.
Yeah.
3.
And he was trucking, and we were in a road train, and there was about 6 trucks in the road train, but you kept about 1 kilometre away from the front one, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see. But he was a hell of a nice guy. But he was a contractor for Coles. It's like
Tesco.
Coles like Sainsbury's or
Yeah,
Tesco.
supermarkets. Yeah.
So he was shipping a load of stuff up to the Darwin stores, and but he was doing 3 days up and 3 days back, and he hardly slept because in those days they were taking all these tablets and everything like
Trucker tablets.
Trucker tablets, but
They
because
run 3 or 4 logbooks.
yeah, that's well. There was
Oh my
no days
God.
with the now you wouldn't get away with it because GPS.
No.
And everything like that. You know, the trucks are scanned. And my friend's a truck driver in Sydney, and he was showing me. I went out in his new truck once, and showing me all. It's all, you can't get away with anything. Yeah, but it was an experience.
They're just huge. They're just huge. Those tracks, those road trains. They're just like, well, Bobo said 3. I've seen them with 4 and 5 semis on the back. And when I did Broome to Perth a couple of years ago, we drove down and to try and there's four rigs hooked up together to try and overtake these guys. Like, geez, you need some road in front of you to get past them. It's amazing. They're fantastic drivers. Unbelievable skill those guys have got.
Oh, they are.
So, Bobo, are you still a trucker? A trucker fan? You know, a groupie? No. Are you still a trucker groupie?
No.
You don't hang out with them now.
No, not anymore.
Okay, not after that sore ass.
Once was enough. Once was enough. The experience was enough. I mean, I'm talking about riding in a truck. Yeah.
Bobo, we've already got our vision. All right, forget it. Do you know what? Because I have driven out in Australia and everything, you know, a few years back. But I hadn't heard the expression, was the road sealed or the vehicle sealed? Well, I know what you mean. I understand exactly what, but I hadn't heard that expression.
Yeah.
Probably the last time I used it was 78, that word.
Yeah.
God, flipping heck. Yeah. So, but Bobo, how's your girlfriend? Is she okay?
I was going to say which one.
Right, that is terrible. Not the truck driver. You know.
No, all good,
Good.
All good at the moment. So,
lovely.
You're a stirrer, you are.
Even better. Even better. No, the other thing was that when we were in Cardiff. I think it was all good fun. It was all nice. But the fact that we met up with Noel and Seamus with Dear Tinker and Nuala, that was one special bit because, you know, we hadn't seen, I'd never met Nuala before, but I knew obviously sailed with the other 3. But to meet up after all those years, it was great. And Noel was, you know, spot on, brilliant, you know, and so was Seamus. So did you feel the same, Pete?
Absolutely. It was like time stood still. I haven't seen them for 40 years nearly. We just dropped straight back into it, reminiscing about things we used to get up to and people we knew and people now that are no longer with us. And it was a great couple of days.
Yeah.
I was talking to Seamus on the last morning about next year, which who is it? Derek also wrote about going over to Ireland.
Wow, that would be something. Yes.
But I suggested it might need a recce done first of all. You know, taking over somebody like Fruity or Taffy. To sort of canvass the area and where we can get things set up.
Yes.
Yeah, we've already made our flight coming on the 17th of May for the P&O luncheon, so we'll be in England for a couple of weeks before we go.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
And Colonel, will you be able to fly back over when we actually do our the Crew Bar tour as well?
Yeah.
Just thought, you know, it'd be nice. It'd be good.
Yeah. By the way, Dave, could you ask Pete BBC Stevens that we appreciate his technology, But if he could come out of the porthole so we can really see him.
Hang on. So look, we not only have we had Bobo coming out this morning, now we want Pete as well.
Yeah.
Only joking, Bobo. Only joking.
It's good that I can still fit in the porthole.
Hey, Steve, your word on the street. Did you say a while back you might be over in the UK next year?
No.
No.
No, I think it was Ian, wasn't it?
You need to go to Specsavers and have your ears tested. No, I didn't say that.
No, it was Macca.
Macca's are coming back next June, I think.
No, that's an annual event now, isn't it? Macca's, the Macca's come every year now.
Oh, well, there's a wedding every year, isn't there?
They got yes.
Weddings,
I know they've only got another 12 daughters.
Only got one to go.
Get married.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah. That's also back down in Cardiff, the other nice one was meeting up with Peter Pine, one of the Welsh Wizards.
Yeah.
Welsh Wizards, yeah.
Neck. He was as good as ever. Yeah. I think Colonel, you'd have met up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What did he do, Dave?
He was a Welsh Wizard, but they used to come on. So they were subcontracted during the dry docks and the refits. They would come out and they would work on, I suppose, all the technical side, Alistair. Is that right?
Yeah, because it was Cardiff Marine was the company, wasn't it?
Okay.
Absolutely incredible, Bubba. They come on and officers like Alistair in the engineering department, they're put them to shame. Come in and fix shit.
Yeah.
I remember we had a calendar out in the laundry and nobody could fix it. And they came on and we asked them. And within 2 hours, they had it up and running.
Yeah.
Welsh
Wizards. Sorry, what was that, Alistair?
We had a calendar in the laundry.
You mean a certain chief engineer couldn't get it to work?
Yeah.
Not that I want to name him.
No, don't upset anybody. No, we're not upsetting anybody, Fruity.
Are you going to give Steve a bargain, Dave? He's coming in late again.
Hello, Stephen in Manchester.
Good morning.
Our crew bar director has arisen.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
I had a late night last night. That's all I can say.
Oh, well done.
I fell through this morning.
Yeah, you did.
No, and your peak boy didn't put you on the shake.
No.
You could have borrowed one of Bobo's truck drivers.
It's a long story. Don't ask any questions, Steve. Please.
What's the recording, Steve?
What?
No problem, guys. No problem. I'm here anyway. I made it.
Well done.
We've only got one guy in. What's happening?
I don't know. Macca's aren't. I've just looked. Macca's are not on Messenger at the moment.
Yeah. They're out tonight.
Right.
The Aussie bar will continue even though there's no bloody Aussies. We've always got Bobo.
We have. Thanks, Bobo.
No problem.
What a guy.
Yeah.
But Stephen, Bobo's on the Thames in recognition of Blackpool Bob, but he can't see him or Graham on the boat as yet.
Not yet, unless they get totally lost.
Exactly.
Who's Bob on the barge with?
Graham Heap. He used to be. Was he assistant purser?
No, he was
a deputy purser.
Deputy
purser, right?
Before my time.
He came on a few times on the crew bar, yeah?
Yeah.
He was there. He was at the Ark with you and me, Steve. He was. I thought he was. Yeah. Okay.
He'll probably come into the UK crew bar. That's what's going on. Yeah, that's what's going on.
Because everywhere he moved at 100 miles an hour everywhere.
He went to Worcester as well, Steve.
Did
he did. Yes. Yeah. No, Stephen, we are. But Pete reminded we've got capellas to wear, Stephen.
It's upstairs.
You don't go to bed with it as well, do you?
Sleeps in it.
This is getting quite dodgy in this group.
It'll be
Maybe I
censored.
should have it to get my money's worth out of it.
What have you done? Turn yours into a duvet?
Yeah.
The flipping size of these capellas.
I know, they're huge. I put mine on, I couldn't see where I was going.
I mean, it took me half an hour to find my way out of mine the first time.
Yeah.
God, dear.
I've just one observation. I don't know if I was being thick or not, but in Cardiff, you know, when we laid that wreath at the memorial, yeah, did you realise that it was a face?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
I didn't
yes.
figure that out until I saw
Facing down
until I saw
to
the
the
photograph.
ocean bed.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Until I saw the picture, I didn't realise it was a face.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, no.
It's on its side, and you can see its eyes and its
Yeah.
nose and chin.
And its nose. It's
Yeah,
really
it's,
good.
It's the face on the side like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
On the day, I didn't
Steve,
realise
if you
that.
looked
I
in
didn't realise
the mirror in your wardrobe this morning, you'd have seen it.
it. Yes. But all I'm saying is I didn't realise it was a face at the time
Yeah. No, it's clever, wasn't it?
until I saw it on the photograph we took.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's brilliant. Brilliant. No, it was
Yeah.
well. It was good fun. It was good fun.
Mm.
Did any of them say where they actually went on when we left on the Wednesday? They were going to go out for the day.
They went to Aberfan.
Yeah,
Did we see any pictures? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any pictures.
No, I haven't seen anything of their trip. They went to Aberfan, and I think they also went to Penarth.
Yeah.
And then on the day that they left, because Taffy took Noel and Seamus and the wives to the airport, but he was taking them via Barry Island.
Got it. Right.
Mm.
Got it. Did you go out with him that day, Bobo?
No, I met them the final day. I met them at the Premier Inn for breakfast at 9, and then Nevin and I then caught the train together to Paddington. Nevin, I love Nevin. He's so funny.
He was brilliant.
But if someone has got his phone number, if they could email me, because he gave me the phone number on the train. He gave me the wrong one, so maybe he didn't want to even talk to me ever again. But
isn't that telling you? Isn't that telling you something, Bobo?
It is. Yeah. but he's funny. I laughed the whole time too, because the train was really full, right? And I had a reserved seat, and Nevin sat next to me, but the other seat was reserved actually the whole trip. And we were trying to work out what to do if somebody comes, to where his seat is. So he said to me, he's very quick. He said to me, "I'll be your carer, Bob." I'll be your carer, and we'll come up with this story. And so I said to Nev, "Do you want me to practice start dribbling?" Anyway, as it was, nobody sat. But we had a lovely, it was good. It was a good trip.
Good.
Paddington was busy, the station. But he did give me his phone number and his email, but obviously there must be a digit out. So if someone has got it, it would be good.
I got a question. So when did Nevin leave the sea? Was it in '86 when P&O?
No. Hang on.
No.
There was a first time for a start. When he jumped ship with Brendan.
Jumped ship, yeah.
Okay.
Which
he carried on after '86.
Okay.
Yeah,
he worked for all kinds of companies apparently.
Yeah, he was working on cargo as well, I think.
Was Nevin on Uganda?
Yes,
he did
was.
a couple of trips.
I was on there with him. I was on there with him as well.
He was
very
trooping on it.
Yeah, in '83, I think it was '83 on the Zuganda. Believe it or not, there was Roger Cheney was chef on there. No, Brian Redman.
Oh right.
Jamie Darlow was the maitre d'. I mean, it was. And Stan was on there. Stan was on as the captain.
Yeah.
Adrian Smith was storekeeper on there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, yes, but I don't think I knew him at the moment. Sorry, at that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, and and as I say, Nevin and I were in the bars. He was doing I was in the officers' bar, the music room, and he was in the troop bar. Well, of course, he used to be there, 48 hours a day. He never got any sleep. I don't know why.
He was telling me about the scam they had on there where they were getting the pork pies off, must have been Redmond or Roger, and selling them to the troops because they were all so desperate for English food.
Yeah.
That they used to flog the pork pies to the troops. That was how the handbag came in.
That's oh, great. Yeah. No, I actually, if I find, I'll look at it, I'll see, I have got a couple of pictures of when we were on there going down to the Falklands. So we'll, I'll find them, I'll send them through to you, Colonel.
Okay.
Yeah, just a couple.
So you went to the Falklands, did you?
Yes, but I went on the first of the troop runs after the conflict had finished, but it was still sort of within the sort of.
You still had blackout. We had to, when we were down there, we had to put the blackout curtains up and all that.
Yeah, you're still classed as a veteran as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Dave?
Yeah, Alistair, which ship
No,
was that,
I'm
Canberra?
not. No.
Yeah, I think you are. If you did trooping on there, you were classed as a veteran. You're entitled to wear the veteran badge.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
TB knows more about it.
But I'm seeing TB next weekend in Weymouth.
Oh,
TB, Eaton and Dixie.
Dixie will know about it as well. Then.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to try and claim something under false pretenses. Obviously,
Well,
Blackpool Bob's coming in.
I think this is Blackpool, isn't it?
Blackpool Bob.
This is either coming in.
Oh, and if it's on Graham's iPad, it's going to be really loud. So everybody, put your earplugs in.
Earplugs in at the ready.
Hang on.
Yeah. well done, Watsy. Watsy's prepared for everything.
He's not coming in, John.
Have you admitted him, Johnny?
He's trying. It's Graham Heap's technology. It always was an issue, wasn't it?
Right.
All right. Well, we can keep our fingers crossed.
Johnny,
just stick his head out the porthole and we'll hear him.
Stevie, what? Are you on holiday?
They take it in turns, Steve.
You were away, yeah?
Yeah. Sunny Queensland.
Nothing better to do then, have you not?
No, well, It's 6 p.m. So they don't have daylight saving here in Queensland, the idiots. So it's light at 5 o'clock in the morning or 4:30 in the morning, but obviously dark at 5 p.m. So
right, okay.
There's not a lot of beach time at this time of the day.
Oh, okay.
When do the clocks actually change? Steve?
New South Wales changed last week, Dave.
Oh, so you're on 10 hours now then?
Well, New South Wales is. Queensland don't do daylight saving. Queensland don't change their clocks all year, so we're still. Queensland is still 9 hours.
So UK and Sydney is now 10 hours difference, not 9.
10 hours. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Right.
That as of last week.
Right, we're not till the end of the month, are we?
No.
End of the month you go will make us 11 hours then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nick. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But what we did last year, we still kept this bar opening at 9 a.m. UK time.
Yeah. 8 p.m. our time.
Yeah. And did you say McKinnon's are out tonight? Because they're still not on Messenger.
Yes.
Yeah, they put a message up saying he's out.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and Blackpool Bob just said he tried to get in, but the internet was crap. But he'll try and get in the UK bar tonight. Yeah.
Right.
Well, he's still showing up on the screen, John.
No, he's gone. That's just a glitch. He's gone. Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. He is down the bottom. Yeah, he tried. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And Steve, are you going to be watching the match, or are you going to be in the bar tonight?
I'll be watching the match, John, I'm afraid.
Right.
Sorry, mate.
Colonel, you'll have to edit that bit out. All right.
I will be watching the match. I'm sorry to say I couldn't do anything about the kickoff time. I did try, but
so you have to watch the match on your phone, do you?
I use my phone to watch the match on the TV. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on from that, the other question we've also got, did Macca say when he's coming over next year? What
June.
Right. Okay. We'll forewarn the UK that the month of June is going to be a bit difficult for everybody else apart from the crew bar crowd. All right. Because we'll obviously have to have another gathering, won't we?
Yeah, it's a pity they weren't coming in May. They could have gone to the pensioners.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Why is it June? Is it another wedding?
Yeah,
it's. I think it might be. Yeah, I think it might be one of his nephew.
He said he's going to it. He said he's going to Italy anyway.
Yeah, but they're coming to the UK as well, Steve.
Okay.
Hey,
Good one.
But when's the lunch in May? Is it early May?
19th.
19th.
Is that a Friday again?
Yeah.
We're flying in on the Thursday, and we're going to stay in the hotel that night.
Yeah.
Well, you're coming over, Johnny.
So Johnny, are you going to ask the hotel?
Hang on, do one at a time. Steve, what you say?
You're coming over?
I'm coming over. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Going down on the Thursday as usual.
Yeah.
I was going to ask Johnny, are you going to ask the hotel manager if they might arrange a table for two out underneath the porch, so at least you get something to eat?
Not at all, but hopefully you and Pat will be home, Dave. It'd be really nice to see you again.
It would be lovely. Yeah. I'll check out the rivers, see what's going on. Yeah. May the 19th.
Yeah. Dave, I've just checked back. It was that sent. It was an email, and it was about the Windsor Castle.
The Windsor Castle. Okay. Oh, thanks very much, Alistair.
Because he's just replied to my reply that I sent about 4 days ago.
Okay.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Can one of you put me back in the WhatsApp group?
Yes.
For some reason, I've appeared off of it. I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, that's the point. I think Taffy we'll let Taffy know. Yeah.
All right.
That'd be great.
I don't know how I did it, but
no, that'd be good. That'd be good.
I don't think I'm in that WhatsApp group.
What, in the Seafarers group?
Yeah. Ask him to put me in it as well, will you?
Yeah.
Is it only Taffy that can add people then?
Yeah.
No wonder Blackpool Bob couldn't be in. He's in church.
It's either Taffy or Brendan, isn't it? Brendan, maybe.
No, I don't think it's Brendan. I think it's Taffy.
It's Taffy. It's Taffy.
Tis Taffy.
Tis Taffy. Okay. Well, so you as well, Alistair. Lovely. Yeah.
But to add him in, he's got to have Alistair's phone number on his contacts.
But if you're on WhatsApp though, are you, Al?
Yeah.
Well, you should be able to find him on there.
Yeah.
What does he go under, Taffy or?
Alan Rogers.
Yeah, because we did it the other day, didn't we, Bobo?
Yeah, I couldn't work out how to change my name because,
did you not go through that thing I sent you?
Yeah, because that's Windows. Your thing is Windows. Right. Yeah.
But now you have to look under Seagoing Friendships search Seagoing Friendships on WhatsApp.
So you type in Seagoing Friendships
on WhatsApp, and then you'll find that, and then Taffy will let you into the group. You ask yourself to go in.
Okay, because we were looking for personal. ones. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That'll help.
Have you moved, Bobo? What's that background? It's a park
That
or
background, I'm just at the Thames barrier. It's just a little park. It's really nice. And they've got
something?
these nice little seats.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm well set up.
Anybody swimming today?
No, it's low tide. It's like Western Superman. Like Thames on the Marsh.
I've just looked on WhatsApp and I put seagoing friendships in and it doesn't show it, find it.
Yeah, it says no
Really?
results.
Yeah, because it's a private group. Yeah, he has to do it.
Yeah, I think you've got to be in one to get the other one up.
Yeah.
I think you have to be in Taffy's contacts.
Yeah.
To be able to for him to put you in.
All right. Well,
Yeah, okay.
You have to have your phone number in Taffy's contacts.
Okay.
Yeah.
so is it ALLEN
Yeah,
and Rogers?
Yeah.
Has he got a D in it? No.
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 I'm having trouble. Oh, don't worry about me. I'll figure something.
We'll sort him out tonight. He'll be on. You can do it tonight. He'll
It
be on
might
tonight,
even
won't
come
he?
in a minute.
It might
Yeah.
do. Yeah. Yeah.
I still like Pete to get out of the porthole so we can see the whole thing.
Pete's porthole. You can't. It looks like you're just coming out of the ship, Pete. It looks great.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't. It's getting a bit older. It's getting a bit old.
Is that seagoing friendships?
For tonight.
Don't know what's.
Is that seagoing friendships all one word?
No, 2 words.
Seagoing space friendships.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Alan is
I sent Taffy a text.
ALLAN.
If he's coming in, but he's not.
I've actually, he's in my contacts.
Yeah.
He's actually in my contacts on WhatsApp. Not to worry.
Not to worry.
Just sent him a text.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
He may be in a minute.
Yeah.
So anyway, Steve Watts, obviously
Yes.
we've been very fortunate having a few sea groups with the Worcester and then the Cardiff Bay, and then we get our luncheon, at Southampton, which is kicking off again. Are you having many occasions out in Sydney as well?
Well, I am, but I'm on my bloody own.
Oh, no. This is upsetting us now.
Yeah. So don't worry about me. I'm all right here.
We do. But in the years gone by, have you had a few?
No, I've met up with a few guys, not too many, not really. I used to meet up with Alan Telling. Pete knows Alan. He was a barman on the Arcadia. You'd know Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alan Telling and Mel Doherty. I see Mel when I go over to Perth and meet up with him. Obviously, we met up with Macca and Debbie and Bobo when we all went out for lunch that day. I when I jumped, I really, I didn't keep in touch with many. Well, there weren't that many out here in that day in 1978. So I didn't keep in touch with many people.
Got it.
They do occasionally have reunions, I know. Here comes Taffy now.
Oh, hang on, get your glasses on. Taffy's coming in.
Get your hands on.
You're still pissing it down in Sydney, Steve?
Mate, yeah, not that I'm in the Sydney, but my son tells me, the Hawkesbury and the Pean out near where Martin Norris is, the Penrith area, is really suffering badly again. Yeah, flooded. The dam is overflowing, so they're copping it again. But Sydney itself, the city, and Parramatta, the rain stopped this morning our time, and it's sort of receding down a bit. So hopefully that's it. But they're talking about another system happening in around Wednesday, another system forming then. So we just can't get rid of it.
No. So. Well, look, we must do a special welcome now to Taffy. He's safely calmed down from having the crowds of the crew bar ascending upon him last week. Good to see you, Taff.
Well done, Taff.
Great. Sorry I haven't got my hat on, but I just woke up.
No, Dave,
I haven't stopped sleeping since I got back from Cardiff. I was sleeping all the bloody time.
Yeah.
You mean you don't sleep with your hat on like Stevie?
I know, but I tell you, don't they look cool, Colonel? The hats.
Yeah, they look great, Taffy.
Yeah. I wish I could have got yours done, but
no,
maybe
I'm quite happy with the one I got, Taffy.
Well, we're glad you are, Colonel. We are. Yeah, definitely.
I just had some good news from Martin Norris, I think.
Yes.
Because he says to me, "Did you hear the good news?" And I thought, well, I haven't, and I sent back that I hadn't, but then he sent the same message again. So hopefully something positive has happened in his health.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking.
Great.
Sorry, Taffy, who did you say? Martin Norris?
Martin Norris, Doris. Martin, sorry, not Martin Norris, Brad Maxwell.
I was going to say,
Yeah, sorry, Brad Maxwell.
Yeah, because he was waiting. He's waiting for a liver transplant, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that would be good news.
Well, two things he's having transplanted.
Liver and kidney, I think.
Yeah. So there must be some positive news on his front. Yeah. Which is great.
It's either that or Diego Costa for Villa is made a miraculous recovery from injury.
Didn't Cardiff or one of our teams beat Aston Villa the other day?
Nah, never.
Hey, the worst teams had a good weekend this weekend, didn't they?
You beat Wigan, Taffy.
Oh yeah. Well, I did think about that too, you know. But
talking about this, Fruity, we will be editing out discussions that have been brought in again. What more can we say? What more can we say?
It's terrible when the cricket season comes to an end, isn't
it? And of course, I did have a good look. Stevie took me around Wigan Pier, and I had a good look around Wigan Pier and thought to look quite a bit about that famous mention in a book. I can't remember the book now, but or the guy who wrote it. But
wrote the Wigan Pier.
Yes.
George Orwell.
Yeah, George Orwell. Yeah,
George Orwell.
Yeah. I should have known it because Burton was played one of the main characters in it, didn't he?
Took him to a statue of one of his fellow countrymen.
Probably he's still the best loved black man up north.
Billy Boston.
Everybody loved him up there. They thought he was
for Wigan.
Yeah. I can't remember how many tries did he score. Something like bloody 157 or some massive number, or more than that probably. But
in one game.
Yeah.
No, but he was a hero up there.
Really?
Yeah. And even as a kid, I remember that famous television commentator, up and under.
Oh, Eddie Waring.
And Billy Boston was more famous than Barry John or any of them, but it just shows you how things have changed, because he came from Tiger Bay, where we were last week, and he never got into the Cardiff team even. In them days it was so anti, without going into it all, but he went up north, and by God, they liked him up there. So,
Taffy, I've got a question for you. Captain Gorgeous, who took us on the bay trip on the Daffodil,
famous,
which was wonderful. Have you been back to see him? Because we wondered whether or not there was two things. One, whether he's managed to fix the throttle cable, because it was a lasso job to get alongside. You know, he couldn't control the power of the boat. So Brendan had to throw the painter, or you know, the onto the quay, onto the pontoon, hook it over so that we wouldn't disappear off up the taff.
I wonder what was going on.
And the other thing was, did he find the plugs to put back in the plug holes? Because at the aft end, the water was getting deeper and deeper the longer the trip went on.
Well, I haven't, but I will call him one day and get the answers to that question.
But thank him. He was very, very. Oh, talking about being informative, the one thing that was apart from building the barriers, the barrier and the gates to keep the water into Cardiff Bay, the other thing was, because it was going to be more of a stagnant water, they actually built pipe system underneath the bed of the bay, and oxygen or air is blown up out of these pipes all the time. Every 30-40 feet you'll see bubbles coming up to the surface, and that was to keep the water, you know, moving so it wouldn't become stagnant, which was amazing, you know.
Well, the first 3 or 4 years, well, more than that even, the first 3 or 4 years, it was all algae was growing in the bay. So they had to find a way around it, and it must have cost a lot of money, but that's how they got around it. And it's all over. It's even just as you're going up the River Taff, it's even there, that area, because there's a lot of housing over there as well. That's they managed to fix it. Same as the Millennium Stadium. When the Millennium Stadium was built, because the roof, it's got a roof on it, and even when they open the roof, it doesn't get enough sunlight. So they used to, before the season started, they take pallets, about 2 meters by 2 meters square pallets of grass, and they lay it like a jigsaw. But it was dreadful. It was shameful, because every time there was a game, like there's a bloody ground. Every time there was a scrum, the ground would disappear. It was dreadful. And they persevered with that for about 7 or 8 years, trying different things. But in the end, they had to lay what they got there now, which they can still take out. But it was a bit of a big mistake, really, because there's a ground in Europe with the same problem, but they take the whole ground out. In Belgium somewhere, they take, I think it might be a football stadium, they take the whole pitch out. But there we are.
So talking about football, I thought Pete would go and see the Green Bay Packers at the Tottenham Stadium today.
We're going to see the Denver Broncos next week at Wembley.
Wow.
No,
is it the start of the NFL again?
Oh, it's been going a few weeks, Alistair.
Oh, we got 3 weeks of it.
Oh, right.
No, we're going
Have you done it before, Pete?
In fact, I might, the crew bar in the evening, if I take my laptop, I might be able to broadcast from there.
That'd be great.
Well, that's good. And Steve, you'll be able to broadcast this evening about 7:45 in Manchester?
Maybe, come on. It depends where I am.
You'll be on the sofa.
Yeah.
I might not be. I might be on my back in the pub.
Yeah.
Alan, just going back to what you were saying about the Millennium Stadium, that's what they've got at White Hart Lane, the new White Hart Lane. They've got
they do
football,
like that,
football stadium with the grass for playing football on, and it sits above the NFL surface. So when they have the NFL games, they take one out and bring the other one up. They're on 2 different layers.
Yeah. Do they take it out in sections, or is it?
No, it just slides out.
Slides like this,
Yeah. That's the answer. But I mean, it was when the Millennium Stadium was built. I watched them build that as well. I used to go down there on Sunday, and I used to go, they'll never fucking finish it in time, because it was the World Cup, 89 or 98 or something. Whenever the World Cup. Oh no, it must have been coming up to 2000. but I didn't think they'd finish it because they were hosting the Rugby World Cup there. And at that time, it was unique, really. It was the first time you'd had a stadium that the roof opened. And you've listened to the famous Max Boyce song, haven't you?
Go on.
When the roof opens, when we're playing England and the roof opens and God is looking down. It's very, very amusing, Max Boyce. He's such a great poet and songwriter. For taking the piss in the nicest possible way, he's brilliant.
That's just the way we like it. We do. We love it. Love it. Yeah, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So I must mention one in the 70s. You know how sort of they were at their very top, Wales in the 70s. You know, with your Gareth Edwards and
what in the rugby,
and England really just. We just took it for granted we were going to beat England. I know it's completely almost, but he made a marvelous song, Max Boyce, and I never get the words right, but it was roughly like, and we all went up to London and went to Madame Tussauds, and we bought the England team figurines from Madame Tussauds, and we placed them out for training in our training ground, and we still beat them. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, but it was so funny, and anyhow, it was really taking. But it was so clever how he managed to take the Mickey out of England in them days, but in the nicest possible way. Yeah.
Well, and you're still doing it yourself very nicely as well, Tam.
I'm not as nice as him, though.
No, I know. We're more sensitive now.
Yeah, but see, whatever I say about England, I personally have nothing. Of course, I love it. Look, I could be in the middle of the Nigerian jungle, and if I met a big black man and he was a good man, I take people as they come. The only thing that complicates the English is that they rule every fucking thing.
Oh, don't start.
Don't start all that. Hang on.
That's the only problem. Is that
blimey, bloody, somebody's rattling Alistair now. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lucky.
Not another word, Dave.
The traffic lights have just come up, Taffy.
Yeah.
That was good timing.
Just going to say, Aaron enjoyed the Welsh cakes.
Yeah.
Great.
Hey.
Yeah, I need to go as well.
So we've got our we're in our traffic lights, Taffy. That's the same thing, isn't it? We've got our green, amber, and reds. Yeah.
John looks like it. He's got the shirt on. I'm surprised there's not a little Welsh badge on that shirt, John, because that's the same as the Welsh away shirt.
Yeah. Oh, is it? It is. It is. Hey, no, obviously tonight for UK will be very early hours for you, Steve Watts. But if as we always say, if you do need to wash your hands, give us a wave at that time. It'll be great to see you.
Thank you.
Here we go. Yeah, it's brilliant. But if not, it's lovely seeing you, Steve. You know.
Yeah. Thank you. Good to see everyone too.
Brilliant.
Thanks, mate.
And for everybody else, hopefully, quite a few of us will be able to come in tonight, and we will hopefully get a live coverage from the Thames.
Yeah, we will.
On Captain Heap's on Captain Heap's ship, vessel.
Skipper Heap.
He likes to be called Skipper, doesn't he? He likes Skipper. He likes Skipper. That's right. That's right.
What a great boat! What a great boat he's got!
Oh, it's wonderful.
Beautiful,
yeah. No, it's and the weather they're having as well is brilliant. You know, so good to have the weather.
Beautiful.
It's been really, really good. Hey, well, Bobo, thanks for coming in from the Thames barrier. Yeah, absolutely. And Fruity, as usual. Alistair looking down from Scotland up on us all. And for Colonel, thanks for keeping awake and keeping it going like you do.
Yeah.
Steve, Steve, are you back up on your bed with your Welsh capella or not?
I don't know what's going on, mate. I don't know what's happening.
Don't know. Well, we don't want to know actually, really. So we'll. And Pete, thanks for popping your head through the porthole. Right. Well, we'll start waving and look forward to seeing each other tonight. All right. Brilliant.
Bye.
Cheers for now. Bye. Bye.
I don't know what's happened there.
Whatever it is, Steve, it's looking great.
Changed to that video and it
Again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we